next one, like 2 songs.
Okay.
Right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up, nigga. I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch. I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the spot, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my 9 with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the villain. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the counting, when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my
And then I gotta mute it, right? We good? All right, clap it up. Let's get it. Man, you go to hand drum. I am teaching a wonderful class. You know what I'm saying? Excellent class. Y'all got any questions? You can ask them now in the chat. Got any questions in the room? We'll go over them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over a few things today. Mainly the two malefactors that was with Christ. We'll go over that, give you the breakdown on that. What was the reason that the Lord flooded the earth? Who was the first? When was the first man created? All those things, all right. But if I open up the floor for any questions, if y'all got them, we'll go with that. All right, go ahead, Kraza. Go ahead. Ephesians 2 and 12. What does it say?
There, Ephesians 2 and 12. At that time, you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world.
God. What does it mean? What does it mean to be aliens?
My knowledge isn't just a stranger or a person that like basically we're in not in our land.
Okay. Yes, that's exactly what it means. Exactly what it means to be a stranger. Now read it from the top one more time.
Ephesians 2 and 12. That at that time you were without Christ, being aliens.
Hold on one second. Lord Christ. Yeah, what we're talking about. Okay. All right. Let it rock. All the way through. All the way through. Lord Christ. Lord Christ. All right, one more time, Christ.
Ephesians 2 and 12. That at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world.
Right. Okay. What's your question?
Just a general breakdown, sir.
Yeah, that's just us right now. There was a time where we was what? Heathens or Gentiles, excuse me. And we didn't have no knowledge of who we were. We didn't know the truth. We didn't have these things. You get what I'm saying? So we were alienated or aliens, strangers. That's what you call anyone that comes over the border as an alien. You know what I'm saying? Why you call them an alien? Because they're foreign. They're from somewhere else. That was us, according to the law. We were foreign to the law. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, to answer your question, Paul was telling these brothers in that sense, like that one time this was you, but now you get the gospel. Now you get the truth. Now you get the oracles of God. You get what I mean? Is that? Go ahead. Strangers is us. Always, as he talking to us, he's talking in the context of us, talking about Israelites. We were once strangers. You was a stranger to the truth at one point, right? That's all that is. You know what I mean? Like now, people get caught up because of the Gentile breakdown. That is not talking about we were strangers, like or other nations are strangers. Other nations are strangers in the Bible, but in this context, no, it's talking about us because we were strangers to the truth.
Can I get precepts on that? Like how when scripture's proven that we can. It's like I have to ask you. Scripture's proven that strangers are us.
Yeah, let me get some. James 1:1, 1 Peter 1:1. We'll start there, right? 1 second. Let's start those two. Let me know when you got it. Mm-hmm. 1 Peter 1:1.
Come on. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered
To the
throughout
what?
to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Who were the strangers scattered abroad, Kreza? Right, that's what you want to use right there. To the strangers, one more time.
Come. Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered.
To the strangers what?
Scattered.
What?
Scattered.
Go ahead.
Throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia.
Now go to Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
Come.
Now I'm gonna give you the other side of it when we talk about strangers being heathens too, all right? Because you got to understand the context of what he's talking about, right? Why were we called strangers during that time? Because we were strangers to the law. To the strangers scattered abroad. Who else was scattered? It was only us. No other nation was scattered abroad. You understand? And we can prove it right here in Deuteronomy 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Go ahead.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known,
Mm-hmm.
even wood and stone.
Even what?
Even wood and stone.
Read it from the top, excuse me.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Perfect. You know that one. Give me other one I asked for. Yeah.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. James, the servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
One more time.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Just give you more precepts for scattered, right? So those are those two, right? So let me get a couple more. All right. Now let's go to Exodus 22 and 21.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt neither vex a stranger.
Vex or what?
A stranger.
Go ahead.
Nor oppress him.
Mm-hmm.
For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
You're strangers where?
In the land of Egypt.
You shouldn't vex a what? One more time from the top.
Come. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger,
Mm-hmm.
nor oppress him. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
That's why you shouldn't oppress a stranger, because at one time you were a stranger. You know what I mean? Now they oppressed us, right? The Lord said, don't oppress them. This is talking about the other nations. This is Exodus 22 and 21. You need more? Good to go? You understand, right? All right, let's go. All right, so good to go. Any other questions? Any questions online? Let me see if I may, sir. Can you please break down Ezekiel 38 and 4? Is this happening now in these times? The water. Let's get Ezekiel 38 and 4.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Yes, this is absolutely happening right now. This talking about the World War III. This talking about Russia, Gog and Magog. Gog is Russia and Magog. Excuse me, I got that correct. Gog is Russia and Magog is his allies. I believe one of the two, right? I think Gog is Russia. Gog is. Just don't quote me just yet. I think in Magog. Yeah, Gog is Russia. Slack it. Gog is Russia and Magog is his allies. Read it from the top.
Come. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Right. He's going to turn thee back and put hooks into his jaw. There was a time where we was at the brink of World War III in the early, the late 80s, I believe, right? And then the Cuban Missile crisis. There was that time, right? And then they all went away for a time. All went away. The Lord said he was going to put hooks in his jaws. Think about God being a fish that was like swimming away. Before he swam away too far, there was a hook that was put in his jaw to turn him back into what? Into war. You get what I'm saying? He's going to change his mind and put him right back into war. Go ahead.
Come. And all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
Right. And then one more time. So like read that same part.
Come. And all thine army, horses and horsemen.
Horses and horsemen. Go ahead.
Come. All of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
You understand, right? And that's basically talking about all the strong men are going to get rose up. They're going to wake up, and we're going to go into war. So this is your question: is this happening right now? Absolutely, it's happening right now. You're seeing it. I think America just passed it to where they're allowing what happened? They sent some missiles. to get fired off from Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. So yes, this is happening right now. All right, good to go. Most High in Christ. Any other questions? What happened? Anything happened this week? We got to go over. Nothing. I think I got a couple questions I got to get into. Right. All right. Let me get to these two questions. Oh, Slakia. 1 second. What is usury? Usury. Can someone get a Bible dictionary? Usury. Well, we can hold on. I'll wait till then, but still get a Bible dictionary. You got one here, or okay, bet. All right. Let's see. If you have any questions, to type them in, Baba Gasol. Okay.
So like I got a question.
Go ahead.
So it's kind of like a runaround. So in Revelation 1:13, that's basically describing Christ, what he's gonna look like when he's coming back, right?
No, that's what he looked like. That's what he looked like to John in his dream, in his vision.
Okay. And the question was kind of so what will Christ come back as? Since he technically died and came back, will he come back as like a man, an angel, a spirit? Like,
no, he's gonna come back as a being. Just think about someone who is not human.
okay.
So what human is terrestrial, right? I believe. Look up celestial and terrestrial in the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, terrestrial has to be human and celestial has to be angelic, right? Just look up one of the two.
Terrestrial?
Yeah, look up terrestrial. Look up terrestrial.
So like it's not here. I don't want.
What is? Oh, you can look it up on your phone.
Come on.
Celestial beings? Is it celestial, angelic, terrestrial?
I believe so. All right, let's get into it.
Terrestrial means slice.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it for me.
Celestial means relating to the earth or its inhabitants or living on land as opposed to in water or air.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. One more time.
Terrestrial. Terrestrial, the Merriam-Webster, of or relating to the earth or its inhabitants.
Perfect. All right. So, wait, celestial, that's the human then, right? All right, bet. All right, good to go. You get it right. You know that precept about Christ and being and him wanting to be like his brothers.
Come on.
All right, no swear. You need it. You need it, or you good?
No, I'm sorry.
All right. Let's get into Adam. Adam was made on the seventh day. Let's get that precept. Let's get Genesis 2 and 4. You go ahead. You got a question?
One more question.
Go ahead.
If you could break down true celibacy. You know, some I've been seeing. This is one thing I've been seeing. Sisters talking about I've been celibate for.
Let's get the definition of celibacy. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about celibacy. Ever since I had sex, I never stopped having sex. That's just celibacy. What do people do celibacy? People should do celibacy. They should. They should be celibate. Women especially. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got a man and you having sex with multiple men, you know what I mean? Golly. And then just to find you having sex with men until you're fighting the right man. You heard that before? Like a woman will make a good man that she really like work hard for the vagina, but some cat that she don't even like, you know what I mean, he can get it because she knows she ain't really gonna mess with him. You know, like I don't know what the mindset is. Not all women are like this, but there is a certain woman who is exactly what I'm talking about. I heard a woman say she had an itch scratcher. You know what an itch scratcher is? That? No, it's not a toy. You know what an itch scratcher is? That? It's a bread that you keep around for when you feel that fire. So when that fire come up, when you feeling that in that heat, you call that man. He comes knock it down, but you're not with that man though. That's just the man that comes and knocks it down. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just letting you know some of them got them. You feel me? You gotta be very, very careful. All right, let's get it. Celibacy.
So celibacy in the Merriam-Webster, abstination from sexual intercourse.
What abstination?
Abstination
of sexual intercourse. Perfect. That is what celibacy is. So now, a woman can't tell me she's been celibate for 3 months. That's not celibacy. Not to me. You know what I'm saying? That might be with her. She might have be a woman who's a promiscuous woman. So that might be good. But in here, I believe it's what, a year? 6 months to a year? I think it's a year, right? There you go. I mean, here, real celibacy is a year. You have to close your legs for a year as a woman in here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we deem what true celibacy is, to change yourself and become a new person. You know what I'm saying? You can't have sex with a man. Go ahead.
So a woman with a toy, or let's say she's in that time frame.
Yeah.
Toys or masturbation, is that true celibacy?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
So if she uses it, she's still being celibate?
Yes. She's just not having sex with a man. She can do whatever she wants to that vagina, as long as, along the guidelines of not getting penetration from a man or being a homosexual.
But wouldn't that be a part of the abstinence, though?
I think abstinence is different from celibacy. You might have to look at. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert at this. I'm trying to tell you. Someone might know, not me. But all I know is when you get penetration is what the thing that breaks celibacy from a man. But if she wanted to use her toys, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Lord be with her. But she could. Ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as she ain't having sex with a man. Would you accept that? Think about it. You absolutely would accept that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, that's what the argument was. It was, I ain't had sex with this man, but I've been using this.
Yeah, I mean, you're not saying in celibacy that you can't have pleasure, right? Well, did you read the definition? Did they say that in there?
It says the abstinence of sexual, the abstinence from sexual intercourse.
I got you one second, brother.
Abstination from sexual intercourse.
The abstination of sex. Yeah, sexual intercourse doesn't say the abstination from masturbation.
Right, okay.
You get what I mean? So now that's as a person who wants to go over the top. You want to do that? That's fine too. I don't know what that's called, but I know in as a man they call it what's the word for it, Kraza? Huh?
Eunuch?
No, not a eunuch. When you don't release at all, it's a word for retention. So you don't release at all. That's retention as a man. So whatever word for it is for a woman, maybe it is retention. I don't know. I don't think it's retention. But celibacy is just when you don't have sexual intercourse with a man or sexual intercourse with a woman. You know, I mean, if you're, that's of course unlawful, but that can't be the thing you're doing on the side. Talk about it, celibacy still. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Good to go? All right, let me get this. If I may, sir, can you please get a breakdown on Revelation 7:1-3? Can we get that? Revelation 7:1-3.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, it's like chapter 7, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth.
Right. So now look at the paint. Let me paint you a picture. In the 4th dimension, there's literally angels holding back things that the Lord wants them to hold back. Now, we don't see it. Of course, we're not in the 4th dimension. But the angels are really holding these terrors from happening. What is he holding back? Read it again.
Come on. The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Right.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
So this is his vision that he's seeing. So in his vision, he's seeing angels holding back the 4 corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Come on. Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth. Go ahead.
Come on. That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
You understand? So why would they hold it back? Because if they was to let it go, destruction, hurricanes would happen. You know what I mean? Earthquakes would happen. Tsunamis would happen. Terrible things would happen. Wars would happen, right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Then he saw another angel. So this is a fifth angel descending from the east. Go ahead.
Come. Having the seal of the living God.
Having the what?
The seal of the living
Having
God.
the seal of the living God. Go ahead.
And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels.
What is the seal of the living God? Anybody know? What's the seal of the living God? Go ahead. The shield, right? The shield of David. Go ahead.
Come. He cried with a loud voice to the four angels.
And he screamed. Go ahead.
To whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
To whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Go ahead.
Verse 3 saying, hurt not the earth.
Hurt what?
Not the earth.
Go ahead.
Come. Neither the sea, nor the trees.
Nor the what?
Nor the trees.
Go ahead.
Till we have sealed the servants of our God in the forehead.
So now destruction is coming to this place. But he said, hurt not the sea, hurt not the earth or the trees until we have sealed the what?
Until we have sealed the servants of our God.
Until the servants of our God, go ahead.
In their foreheads.
You understand that, right? Until we seal the servants of our God in their foreheads, meaning that we get the true people that the Lord wants. You know what I mean? The true people that repented and changed. Until then, do not hurt the earth. Until then, do not hurt the trees and the seas. But then when that happens, all those things will get destroyed. You understand? Okay. All these things will happen. Let's look up the people who's get sealed in the head. Go ahead. Ezekiel 94.
So like I don't the next one's going into the 144,000. I was gonna say like everyone else that's not that 144,000, are they gonna have to die?
No.
And then come back?
Okay. Because one third and 144,000 are two different things.
Oh, come on.
So the 1/3 is the 1/3 that the Lord is going to have mercy on. That's the people that the Lord wants to save. You get what I'm saying? They don't have to necessarily be in the truth. They just people that the Lord he chooses to have mercy on. 144 is the ruling government. Right. Those are men. That's the army of the Lord. You get what I'm saying? So now those are two different things. So no, 144,000 after that, and it's the 1/3, and then after that, 2/3, according to the scriptures, will be killed. But our job is to what?
Bring them back.
To make sure that the Lord can repent from that, because he is a living God, and that all Israel shall be saved. You get what I'm saying? That's what you always have to teach, because first of all, we don't know who the 144 is, we don't know who the 1/3 is, and we don't know who the 2/3 is. So we teach all Israel that the Lord could save everyone. You know what I mean? Every soul. That's Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. All right. I'm pretty good. Give me Ezekiel 94.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Those are the people that the Lord is trying to seal. Set a mark on their forehead for the people that sigh and cry, because there was another mark that the Lord sent on other men and other women that went into your mind and your hand, right? That's the people that got marked with the mark of the beast. You understand? So there's the people that get marked with the Lord's mark, and the people that get marked with the mark of the beast. These are the people that the Lord wants right here. The people that sigh and cry. You know what I mean? For the Lord's job, for the Lord's will to be done. All right. No sweat. Let me Revelations 8:25. Can I get a select Revelation 8:25 if possible? No sweat. Let's get it.
It's like there's no 25 in the Revelation.
Revelations 8:25. 8 and 25.
Come on, God, there's no 25.
Halak, what are you talking about? You probably need another preset. No sweat. I'm gonna move on. All right. If you get the right precept, I'll come back to it. All right. Let's get to what was I going to? Adam, right?
Okay.
Let's go to Adam real quick. Archeon. Genesis 2 and 4.
Okay.
It's like he said Revelation 8 and 1. 8 and 1. Let's get it.
Okay. The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in heaven about the space of an half hour,
mm-hmm.
like of half an hour. Verse 2. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
Yeah, just give me a question, Doc. If you just want to break down on what the silence in heaven is, I'm assuming. All right, just let me know. Let me know if you need to. What's the question that you have specific for 8 and 1? All right, no, so let's move on until we get it. All right. You got it, Cruzza? Yes.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
These are the generations of heaven.
Oh, he said the silence. Okay, no sweat. Let's go back to 8 and 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour.
Go ahead.
Come. Verse 2. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a
no sweat. I'm not sure what the silence in heaven indicates, so I'm not going to break it down. I'll have to ask about it, and I'll give you that answer next week. All right. The silence in heaven. I'm not sure. I have an idea, but it doesn't matter because it's not correct. All right. So I'll answer that next week. All right. You can just remember that. Silence in heaven. Cruzza. I'm gonna move on. All right. Let's go.
The book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens
Mm-hmm.
and of the earth when they were created.
This is Genesis 2 and 4, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
In the day that the Lord made the earth and the heavens. Verse 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth.
Hold on. Before we go there, when was man created?
On the 5th day.
Was it the 5th day or 6th day?
I believe it was the 5th day.
I think it was the 6th day when men was created.
Did it right now.
Go ahead. 5th day. Okay, read it for me, brother, sir.
Genesis 1 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." Also like that. No, it's not. Talking about whales.
Okay. It was the 6th day, right?
It was the 6th day.
All right, no sweat. Man was created on the 6th day. When was Adam created?
The 7th?
Yes, exactly. The 7th day. When the Lord rested, right? When the Lord rested, I'm going to give you the breakdown, right? Adam was made on the 7th day. He came into the truth on the 7th day. You understand? That's when he came into the truth. He was already created. Eve came in when she had sex with him, and they were made both on the 6th day, though. You understand? They were created on the 6th day, but they were made on the 6th day, but they were created on the 7th day. What does that mean? They was made as in flesh, but created by being in the truth. You understand? So now let's go to 2 and 4.
So they came into the truth on the 7th day.
Yes. They came into the truth on the 7th day. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
These are the generations of heaven and of the earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens.
Go ahead.
And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
Perfect. Now that's it, right? 2 and 4 is the end of all creation. You understand? When all creation happened before Genesis 2 and 4 ended. All right. So now we're done with the creation part of it. Now let's get to the breakdown of Adam and Eve, right? Let's get to Genesis 2 and 25.
It's like a sir could.
Go ahead.
So what did it mean when he said
he did not have a man to till the earth?
Right.
Right. This is talking about the creation that was done, right? Then men were created men were created, but men didn't have knowledge of anything. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have the knowledge. They were just there. Like think about barbaric or barbarian, or just, living with what's that called? Void. You know what I'm saying? That's how they were living.
If I could say too. So when it says he had not caused it to rain upon the earth, so what would they didn't have like no fruits and vegetables in there like that?
What you mean?
It said because the herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord had not caused it to rain upon the earth in verse 5.
Yeah.
So they was just eating what, just meat?
They had animals to cook or animals to have, or Think about you being a person who doesn't know knowledge of anything. You're just surviving. You get hungry, you eat anything.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? You get thirsty, you drink anything.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Until you get the knowledge to know what to do.
Okay, kind
You feel what I mean? Like that's it. Like it was nothing. There was. Why would he need the rain when there was no one that knew how to even plant? You understand? They was just living like that. Like you ever seen the movie Year One? It's a comedy movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Think about how men were living that time. Okay. You know what I mean? Go ahead. So wait, 225? Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 25. And they were both naked, and man and his wife, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Right. The man and his wife were both naked and not ashamed. What does it mean to be naked?
Exposed.
Exposed. Right? Exposed. Why were they exposed? Why were they naked and not ashamed? Go ahead.
They didn't know wrong.
Say it one more time.
They didn't know wrong.
They didn't know wrong. They didn't know wrong. They didn't know what sin was, right? All they knew was the truth. All they knew was what to do right, right? Mind you, they're in the truth at this point. So they're just doing what's right, right? This is 2 and 25. Keep reading. If there's more on 225.
Nah, sir.
All right. So now they're naked and not ashamed, right? Remember that, right? So let's go to Genesis 2 and 21. I got to go through these, and then I'm going to just give you the little information on it, and then we're going to break down what I really want to get into, right? Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Right. So now before Eve was made, before Eve knew who Adam was, the Lord had to put this brother in a trance. You know what I'm saying? He put a deep sleep on Adam. You know what I mean? Most of the time, you can put a deep sleep on a man by how? Drinking. You know what I mean? You're drinking. When you're drinking, when you're not at your most accurate mind, right? For some men can drink and be super sharp. Some men can drink and start to get drunk. You know what I mean? And when I'm talking about drunk, I'm talking about not even knowing anything. Blacked out. That's what a deep sleep is. He was blacked out. You understand? You get what I'm saying? Remember, you drink so much, you blacked out, and you say, "What happened?" You got a call buzz. Hey, what happened? For real? Right. Like that. This is what happened to Adam. Adam drank so much that he didn't know what happened. Right? So now let's go. That's the deep sleep. Go ahead.
And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Right. He took one of his family members and closed up the flesh. This is all metaphorical. You understand? Go ahead.
And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman.
Made he a what?
A woman.
Go ahead.
And brought her unto the man.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman."
Right. Now, if you go into the precepts, you'll understand that this was his uncle's daughter. You understand? That's what this was. His family. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. The Lord wanted us to be with each other. You understand? That's what he wanted. He wanted us to be with each other. So he made him sleep with his cousin. Now, of course, this ain't now. Now that'd be crazy. Right? This is then when the Lord was trying to make sure that we had a pure bloodline, meaning we came from each other. You get what I mean? The reason why he had to put him in a deep sleep is why. Go ahead. Because consciously he grew up with this sister and he would not have sex with her because that was like a family member. That was a sister to him. You know what I mean? That was like a sister, excuse me. It was like a sister to him. But the Lord seen it different. You get what I mean? So he put this sleep on her. Adam, when he came to, he was like, damn. Just like most men when they have sex with a woman, right? But sometimes when you have sex with a woman, after you're done having sex, you're like, oh, what the hell did I just do? It's called post-nut clarity. That's kind of graphic. But yeah, that's what it's called. I heard that and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. When you have that type of clarity after you finish and you go, whoa, what did I just do? This is my life now. Okay. All right, we in it. You know what I mean? Where we at?
It's like it, sir. We had Genesis 2 and bottom out 23.
All right. Any more on 23?
Nah, sir.
All right, no sweat. All right, so now let's go from there. Let's go to 24.
Genesis 2 and 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife.
So now he's declaring that men shall leave their mother and their father and cleave unto who?
Unto his wife.
That's what he wanted as tradition going forward. That was Moses' law after him. You understand? Moses made it his law because Adam declared this. All right. So boom, we good on that, right? You need to go to 2 Samuel 5:1. That's where you'll find bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. All right, you want to put that in your notes. 2 Samuel 5:1 talks about how we are talking to our family. That's why Adam called Eve bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. All right. Go ahead.
Like, would it the reason why Levites are the priests? Would it be because Moses was like the lawmaker at the time? Like, is that why the Levites would be like the priests? Like back in the day, like your job as a Levite was a priest.
Yeah, yeah.
Moses?
Is it because of Moses?
Or that's just the way the Lord wanted it?
Lawyer means law. So like, is it because of Moses?
Like, could he be like the starter?
He was the priest. I'm gonna lean yes. I forgot. I think you're correct, but I want to make sure. I think Melchizedek, though, right? Priest forever, right?
But I think the way the Levites became the priests are word because, yeah, I wouldn't say it was Moses, but I think it's the way the Lord wanted it set up.
I think I have to double check. I remember that being when I was younger. I remember that being correct, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I have to make sure. All right, where we at?
You said Genesis. You didn't say nothing else. Right?
Genesis 6:1. Hold on, let me answer the sister's question quick. We'll get right back on the topic. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon 1:16. Wisdom of Solomon 1:16.
This is the book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 16.
She said, what was the question? Is this talking about death? All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 16.
Is it called the Wisdom or Wisdom of Solomon?
It's the Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. That's like is it saying yours Bible too? The Wisdom? That don't sound right. But go ahead.
It's like but ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. Mm-hmm. For when they thought to have that, it's like when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to not and made a covenant with it because they are worthy to take part with it.
Is this talking about death? I need context. Give me 2 verses up.
Come. Verse 14, where he created all things that they might have their being. And the generations of the world were healthful. Mm-hmm. And there's no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Yeah.
For righteousness is immortal.
Go ahead.
Verse 16, but ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to not and made a covenant with it.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely talking about death, sis. Yeah, you're correct. This is talking about death. You know what I mean? Remember, the Lord he created the good. We created evil as what we created evil. Excuse me. The Lord created the good. We did the evil, and then he created the judgments. You understand? That's how he did. When you did the evil, he created the judgment for your evil. So now people might ask you, so did the Lord make you molest a man or molest a child? Did the Lord make you murder? Did the Lord make you do that? No. Precept. Anybody know? Let's get James. James, the 1st chapter, verses 8 through 12.
The book of James, chapter 8, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted. Mm-hmm. Verse 10, but the rich in that he is made low.
Go ahead.
Because as the flower of the grass, he shall pass away.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, for the sun is no sooner risen with the burning heat, but it were with the grass, and the flower thereof falleth.
Go ahead.
And the grace of the fashion of it perisheth.
I probably just needed 12, but go ahead.
Come on. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways.
This is 1 and 12?
James 1
and 12?
Come on. 12 is right here.
Keep going.
Come on. Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
There's a man that is blessed because he endured the temptation. Go ahead.
Come on. So he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
Right there it is right there. Let no man say when he is tempted of God. God cannot tempt you to do evil. Go ahead.
For God cannot be tempted with evil.
Mm-hmm.
Neither tempteth he any man.
He don't what?
Neither tempteth he any man.
He doesn't tempt any man with evil either. Y'all understand this, right? So anytime a man or woman does something evil, it's not because God made them do it. It's because they were enticed and tempted by Satan. Y'all understand? That's how that works, okay? But yes, to answer your question, that was correct. All right. So let's get back on the topic. Let's go to Genesis. 6 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Perfect, right? So now this is what happened, right? So now we're getting into the creation. We went into Adam and Eve, and how what Adam did, right? Adam had kids. Adam had kids with this woman named Eve. He went on to have more wives too, by the way, right? So now let's get to why did the Lord do this, right? It's 6 and 1. One more time from the top.
And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Verse 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Right. This is what happened, right? There was a time past the time of Adam. Now we're in the time of Noah, where men that were men that came from our lineage started to have sex with other women outside of our race, right? He started to do that, and the Lord was upset with that, right? He was so upset that he had to flood the earth. What they called this back in the day was called what? Jungle fever. You know what I'm saying? When you would jungle fever is a word they would use if you were a black man who liked white women or a Hispanic man who liked Asian women. You get what I'm saying? They called it jungle fever. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Right. My spirit shall not always what?
Strive with man.
Go ahead.
For that he is also flesh. For that he also is flesh.
Go ahead.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Go ahead.
There were giants in the earth in those days.
Perfect. That's it right there. So now just imagine this. A giant is always talking about man of what? Go ahead.
High stature.
Yeah, high stature. A man with power. You understand? A brother who's, a star or big, right? But that's what that was talking about. So to bring up Adam was created. Imagine the Lord creates a man. He creates a man so much so that to be perfect, and he's not perfect. So now, because of his imperfections, it leads down to his bloodline. If you go to Romans, the 5th chapter, you see how one man came into the earth and sin became into the earth. That was talking about Adam and what he did because of his weakness and all the weaknesses that led into his grandkids. You get what I'm saying? And all the things they've done, so much so that the Lord had to flood the earth because of what he did. You know what I mean? What Adam did. What did Adam do? How was Adam weak? Go ahead. He listened to his wife. He listened to his wife when he shouldn't have. He listened to his wife. That's not what made him weak. What was the thing that made him weak?
He listened to his wife. The Lord told him or when he took the apple from his wife, when the Lord told him not to.
Okay. Give it to me a little better. Go ahead, Crosser.
He compromised.
He compromises. True, but okay. Yeah, he compromised. He could. No. That's a little worse than that. Go ahead.
He disobeyed. Yeah.
He disobeyed God. Okay. Instead of checking his wife, he followed his wife. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? And that was the evil deed that he did. That made him weak. And then it made all his kids susceptible to weaknesses. You know what I mean? So big of weaknesses that the Lord had to flood the earth. That was the point. You get what I'm saying? So the weaknesses you have, you don't want your sons to have them. But more than likely they will. Your job is to what? Help him battle that demon, because you should be able to conquer it at this time. You understand? That's what you'll know about your son. When you have a son, you know about all your weaknesses. He's going to have them too. Might be worse. You understand? All right, no sweat. All right, we good to go on that. I just wanted to bring that out. That was a question the brother had, how to bring out those precepts. So now let's go to usury. Let me get Deuteronomy 23:19 and look up usury in the Bible dictionary.
23:19. Which one you want first?
It's the same thing.
No, it's like the definition or
the definition. Oh, no, let's read the precept. Deuteronomy 23:19.
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother.
Right.
Usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury.
There's something you cannot do to your brother. This is something you can't do. This is a brotherhood precept. You got usury? Go ahead.
Usury, it's like out of the Donovan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 878. God gave specific instructions to Israel with regard to interest on money loan. Interest.
Go ahead.
On money loaned.
On money loans. Go ahead.
Any money that a Jew lent to his brother was to be without interest.
Mm-hmm.
Money could never be lent to a stranger. No, it's like it. Money could, however, be lent to a stranger with interest.
Mm-hmm.
The main purpose of lending money among the Israelites was for a relief of the poor.
Perfect. That's it right there. So now if I lended you $50, I cannot say you got to pay me back in a week or it's going to be $65. You get what I'm saying? I can't do that to you because we're brothers. But now to a person outside the nation, a heathen, you can make them pay you back in interest. And that's what everyone does to us. You get what I'm saying? Every bill collector puts interest on us. They give you late fees, right? They give you late fees. They give you some hidden fee, right? All these things you pay some late, they're gonna add more fees onto it, more fees. That's what they do to you. You get what I mean? Now you're not allowed to do that to your brother, but when you get in power, you're gonna be allowed to do that to the other nations. You get what I'm saying? They don't pay something on time. You're gonna smack them with interest. And they're gonna be, and once you're in interest, you're probably never gonna get out. That's why people are in debt. You get what I'm saying? Once you go into debt, it's more than likely you'll never get out of debt. More than likely. People don't get it twisted, but once you're going in debt, you're so used to living in debt, you feel like you don't got to pay it back. You get what I'm saying? But the whole time it's accumulating more and more and more and more. Black people don't care about it though. Black people don't care about that. They live with that, and they're fine. They live. You get what I mean? There's no issue at all. All right. That was good on that. Do you guys believe Jesus is the Father from heaven? Do we believe Jesus is the Father from heaven? What does he mean that? What does he mean by that? Do you think? There's God and Jesus the same thing? Is that what he's saying? Yeah, you got to be a little more specific, Ivan. What that means? All right. Let's go into this little topic. All right. Let's break down Ezekiel 1:28. This is another question I had. But Ezekiel 1:28. Let's go. Oh, before we go there, let's go to Luke 23:32. That's another question. Oh, this is the male factors. Let's get into that. Let's get into these male factors. Luke 23:32.
The book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 32. And there were also two other malefactors led with him to be put to death.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, I'm gonna give you the vision of it. Christ was going to get crucified by the Romans at this time, right? The Judites at that time, they wanted to kill Christ because of all his power that he had. So now the Romans conspired with the Romans to put Christ to death, right? So in their tradition, the Roman tradition, they would take a cross because of all his power and all his influence. They of course embarrassed him and all these things. So he carried his cross, which all people die on crosses. Y'all understand that, right? They die on crosses. So they took their cross, and two other men was with Christ when he was put to death on the cross. These two male factors. Go ahead.
Okay.
So y'all know that y'all have that in your mind what the vision is, right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 33. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there were crucified. There they crucified him.
Hold on one second. As in, there is no God but him. The Trinity, I believe, is a lie. You correct. The Trinity is a lie. Right? We don't believe in the Trinity, right? Am I saying that correct? Yeah. Yeah. The Trinity is a lie. You know what I mean? There is God, Christ are two different things. You know what I'm saying? At the Most High, and you got Christ, his son. You got the Holy Spirit is a whole other thing as well. All right. But if you have a question on that, yeah, we do not believe in the Holy Trinity. We don't believe they're all three as one. All right. Let's go back to it. Go ahead. We're on the top.
Verse 33. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him and the malefactors, one on the right hand and one So like, and the other on the left.
Right, one on the right hand and one on the left. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 34. Then said Yahushua, Father, forgive them.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. Give me malefactors in the Bible dictionary. Just to give a little more understanding on what malefactors are. I think they're sinners, right? I believe they're sinners. So let's read it.
It's like you want the Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm here.
The Merriam-Webster definition of malefactor: one who commits an offense against the law.
Right, one who commits offense against the law. Right, a criminal. It's not a sinner then; it's a criminal. You got it, Crosser? Go ahead.
Malefactor, the term by which the Jew leaders described Christ to Pilate.
Pilate. Yeah, someone who broke the law. Take it. I'll take it. No sweat. So now go ahead, pick it up.
Come on. The book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 34.
Evildoer. Perfect. Go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 34.
Now, mind you, Christ was not an evildoer, right? He's one of them cats who got killed and was innocent. But the two brothers beside him were not innocent. They did what they were charged for. You get what I mean? Go ahead, pick it up.
Then said Yahushua, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Right. So now Christ prays to the Most High and says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Go ahead.
And they parted his raiment and cast lots. Verse 35, and the people stood beholding, and the rulers also with them, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Salaki derided him. Salaki.
Go ahead.
With them derided him, saying, who saved others? Let him save himself if he be Christ.
Right. So now they're mocking him, right? Let him save himself if he be Christ. Go ahead.
The chosen of God. Verse 36, and the soldiers also mocked him, coming to him and offering him vinegar, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. Verse 38, and a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek and the Latin, and Hebrews. This is the king of the Jews.
Right. This is the king of the Jews. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, if thou be Christ, save thyself and us.
If you be Christ, this is one of the malefactors, right? He said, if thou be Christ, save yourself and us. This is a cat who's evil. You get what I'm saying? This is an evil cat right here. He's saying the same thing because all he cares about is being free. Like most criminals. I want to get up out of here. You know, he did the crime. He don't care, right? Go ahead.
Verse 40. But the other answering rebuked him, saying, dost not thou fear God, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? Verse 41. And we indeed justly, meaning he's saying, don't you fear the Most High, seeing that he's getting his judgment right now, right? They're in their judgment with Christ. And he said, but we deserve to be here. You get what I'm saying? That's what he said. He said, man, like he rebuking the other brother, like how you gonna say that to this brother, man? Like we did our crime, right?
Like he being a man about it. You get what I'm saying? He know he deserved death. That's how we should be. Like we should be men that know that we deserve death, even though we're living.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We like, damn, we getting a chance to live, even though we know we deserve death. But Christ, he didn't deserve death. He was absolutely innocent. You get what I'm saying? They're killing him for no reason, because of his power. Go ahead, Crosser.
This kind of just brought this thought into my mind. We see those two type of prisoners. You know what I'm saying? Actually, there's three type. Well, Christ was a prisoner, but we see the three type of prisoners. We see the brothers in today's day get killed and they're innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see I don't know if many people are familiar with the jail system, but you will see those two type of prisoners. Those knucklehead prisoners, and then you got the ones that's like, I'm just here to do my time. You know what I'm saying? I deserve this little punishment, but I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna be better.
Yeah, you know It's some cats that's in prison for something they didn't do, but they're in there, and they'll say, "I did something." Right. They know they did other things, and they'll come to their terms and be like, "Well, I do deserve to be in here, even though it wasn't for that specific thing that they charged me for and they convicted me for, but I do deserve to be in here." You get what I'm saying? And that's them paying their debt to society. You feel me? So like now, this cat is saying that he's checking that cat for what he's saying to Christ. So he knowing, he's like, damn, man, like I deserve this, man. This brother that he don't even deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Like he here, and he didn't even do it. And I can't bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take mine like a man because he gonna have to die. And he didn't even do this, right? Go ahead.
Come on. The book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 41. And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds.
See, he like we deserve the due reward for our deeds. Go ahead.
But this man hath nothing like it. But this man hath done nothing amiss.
Right. So now he's saying he knows. He like, man, this brother didn't do nothing. And everybody that put him to death know he didn't do nothing. You feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 42. When he said unto Yahushua, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
And so now this is what he did. I mean, he said, man, please, man, look, when you come into your kingdom, man, remember me. You know what I'm saying? Remember me. Like, damn, I believe. Even though I know I'm about to die, and that's fine with me. But just remember me, right? Go ahead.
Verse 43. And Yahushua said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
Perfect. You know what I mean? And that's what that brother's name was in the Hebrew. If you go look at the two male factors, one brother's name was Paradise, and that was the brother's name, Paradise. He named him Paradise. Lahab, if you listen, give me the other name, if you could, if you're online. Text me or not text me, just comment the other name on here. All right, go ahead.
Come on. Verse 44.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth.
Right now, it's getting dark. Right, go ahead.
Until the 9th hour. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst.
Mm-hmm.
And when Yahushua had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, he gave up the spirit.
Right, and having said that, he gave up the spirit. Man, he died. Right, give me more.
Okay, verse 47. Now, when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, certainly this was a righteous man.
Say, right. Now they understand. Now, after he passed away, say, damn, this was a righteous man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come, verse 48. And all the people that came together to the sight, beholding the things which were done, smote their breasts and returned.
Mm-hmm.
And all his acquaintance and the women that followed him from Galilee stood afar off, beholding these things.
Right. So one more time, they smoked their breasts. Go to that part.
Come. Verse 48. And all the people that came together to that sight, beholding the things which were done, smote their breasts and returned.
What that mean, Cross? What they do? Yeah, they saluted. You know what I'm saying? They saluted. They came and seen Christ, saluted them. You know what I mean? Like, damn. You know what I mean? He dead. He gone. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 48. Verse 49. And all his acquaintances and the women that followed him from Galilee stood afar off, beholding these things. Verse 50. And behold, there was a man named Joseph, a counselor, and he was a man and a just. The same had not consented to the counsel and deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who also himself waited for the kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm.
This man went up to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. And he took it down and wrapped it in linen. And
he's trying to get his brother, gave Christ a proper burial, right? Go ahead.
And laid it in a sepulcher that was hewn in stone, wherein never man before was laid. And that day was the preparation, and the Sabbath drew on. And the women also which came with him from Galilee followed after, and beheld the sepulcher, and how his body was laid. And they returned and prepared spices and ointments, and rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment.
Perfect. That's it right there. You understand? That's what the story of the two malefactors, man. One who was a jackass, and the other one who deserved and who knew what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? That's important. You know what I mean? Live your life like that, brother. All right. All right. We go back to right here now. Let's go to Ezekiel 1:28. Y'all any questions right here? No questions in the room, right? All right. No sweat. Hold on before you go there. Okay, let me get this question right now. Revelations 20:1. 20:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 1.
Well, the question is, hold on, the white man is the dragon. I'll break it. It's a breakdown for 21. Go ahead, we'll read it. Go ahead.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
Go ahead.
And he laid hold on the dragon.
He laid hold on the what?
On the dragon.
Go ahead.
That old serpent.
That what?
That old serpent.
The white man is the dragon. The white man is the old serpent, right? Give me is that Revelations 12 and 9. Let me get 12 and 9 or 9 and 12. One or two. Can you check both of them? And then also give me that old serpent also comes from the Garden of Eden. Of course, y'all understand that, right? That old serpent that came up to Eve. All right. Try 12 and 9 or 9 and 12. 12 and 9. Read that for me.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent.
That what serpent?
That old serpent.
That old serpent. Go ahead. Now take me back to 20.
Come on. 20 and
1. Just start from the top.
Come on. The book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
Go ahead.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent.
Go ahead.
Which is the devil.
Which is the what?
The devil.
Go ahead.
And Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
He bound him how many years?
1,000 years.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more.
Why did the Bible call the white man the dragon? Anybody know? Go ahead.
Like they call him the dragon, the devil, like deceiver, liar.
Yeah, no, but why the dragon though? Serpent is snake, deceiver is liar. You're right. The dragon comes from what? What does a dragon breathe?
Fire.
Fire. What does fire symbolize in the Bible?
Purification.
Not purification. No. What comes if fire comes to the sky? What would you call it?
Oh, brimstone. Fire, brimstone.
No. Well, if fire came from the sky, if I dropped fire from the sky, what is that?
Right.
A bomb.
Oh, so like
yeah, a bomb. That's what you want to say. When you call him a dragon, a fire-breathing dragon. If you imagine what a dragon does, it's talking about dropping bombs, hellfire from the sky. You know what I'm saying? That's how white man defeats his enemies, not through hand combat, but through bombs. You understand? We good on that verse though. All right. Let's get to Ecclesiastes 10:11. So now let's break down the what is the devil and Satan, right? The devil and Satan are two different entities. You understand this, right? The devil is the so-called white man. You understand? That's who the devil is. That's the deceiver on the face of the earth. That is Satan's physical counterpart, right? Satan, the white man, the devil, the devil, the white man works for Satan. You understand? So when you think about devil and Satan, those are the two different entities. Satan is an angel that works for the Lord. Y'all know what I mean, right?
Come on.
All right, no sweat. Now to give me Ecclesiastes 10:11. Perfect, exactly, like destruction, war.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment.
Right. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment. Because there's a you know what you ever seen them Indians, right? That would sing a cobra out of a basket. You seen that before? Like he doesn't need that. This serpent right here, he'll bite you without enchantment. You understand? Okay. The thing about this, the only thing about this serpent is he makes you think you can pet him. Like no one ever thinks about petting a snake. And imagine if you think about a rattlesnake. Would you want to pet a rattlesnake? No. Yeah, but the white man makes you believe that you can pet him as a rattlesnake. You get what I'm saying? Okay. It's like he appears as a lamb. That's what the Bible says. He appears as a lamb. You would go to a lamb and you think a lamb is all nice and before you put it to death and eat it, you like, oh man, it's a nice lamb. But really it's a snake. That's how it comes off. That's how the white man is. You know what I mean? Okay. You got read 10:11 from the top.
Okay. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 11. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment.
Hey, cross out. Go ahead.
And a babbler is no better.
And a what?
A babbler is no better.
A babbler is no better. Perfect. Good to go.
So I got one.
Oh, go ahead, more.
What? No, this is the question. What does the word babbler mean in this context?
Talking, a talker, someone who talks all the time. Babbling. Babbling is what confusion is. Okay. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the Tower of Babel, you heard that before? Okay. That's talking about confusion. All right. Any more questions in the class? Good to go. I'm about to wrap it up right now. I gotta roll in 1 second. No, everybody solid? Okay. Any questions right here? No. I know y'all gotta roll too, right? With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Preaching Officer Karatazar.
teacher of Israel Majum, stand. Israel Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
With that, Yajim Matah, class dismissed.